Only a select group of sportsmen possess the physical control and icy nerve to become royalty in the realm of sharpshooters. The best of the best have come to discover who should be crowned king, the King of 2 Miles. Welcome to the King of 2 Miles, presented by Bartline Barrels, coming to you from the NRA Whittington Center in Raton, New Mexico. I'm Ted Jones. Joining me in the booth today will be Paul Phillips. Take a look at the qualifying format. Target number 1, 5 shots. The other 3 targets, only you get 3 shots. You have to hit at least one of those targets one time. If you don't, you're out. If you don't, move on. So let's find out about these targets. The first one, 1,550 yards, not quite a mile. It's only 24 inches by 37 inches. Same size for target number 2, which is 1,715 yards. Target number 3, 30 inches by 37 inches, just over a mile. And target number 4 is 1.13 miles, same size, 30 by 37 inches. It's still early on day 1 of qualifying here at King of 2 Miles, and our first shooter, Kirk Young, is getting ready. It's been a difficult competition so far, so we asked ballistics expert Brian Litz about some of the things that shooters have to cope with.
A minute of angle is 1 inch every 100 yards. So at 2 miles, 3,500 yards, for example, 1 minute of angle is 35 inches. So a minute of angle is about 3 feet at 2 miles. But that same angle comes down to, 5 inches at 500 yards, 1 inch at 100 yards. And at 1 mile, it's 17 inches or so because it's 1,760 yards to a mile.
Here's our first shooter, Kirk Young, on target number 1.
5 minutes right.
And a miss.
Elevation's okay.
How much?
Way to the right.
5 minutes right. Left. Impact.
Notice the spotter there. He was giving him confusing information. It's really important when you're the shooter to give positive information, correct information. All this stuff, obviously, as you can see, he missed way to the left there. All this stuff makes a difference when you're trying to put a good shot on target here. So let's see if they can get it straightened out.
2 misses.
It's crucial that the spotter can relay this information to the shooter.
Half a plate low.
Now watch the recoil on this rifle. He has some serious caliber in there.
Just because you have a bigger caliber doesn't mean they're going to be more effective at these ELR ranges. The communication with the teamwork, that's crucial. They need to know where they're hitting and how to adjust.
Last try right here, shot number 5. Oh, he missed again, folks. He will not qualify even on target number 1. Let's look at what happened. He was all over the place, all around the target except on it. We asked Kurt, what did you do wrong?
I don't know what happened. I don't know if the wind kicked up on me a little bit there. My first shot was 5 minutes left. I held that 5 minutes and still hit 5 minutes left. I held 10 minutes and I was right under the target.
Now, coming up next, our female competitor. This is Tessa Wyrick. Her spotter is Walt Wilkinson. Tessa and Walt are largely responsible for the hard work of setting the targets on the rugged Whittington Center terrain.
We want the common man to be able to hit these things. So we went a lot bigger with the targets and also went thinner at greater distances so that we could see them swing when we hit them. Because we have to walk them in, hang them off the side of cliffs for good background, is that they're modular. The frames themselves break down into pieces so that we can carry them in. One target is 400 yards off the road, contouring on the side of the slope. We didn't want chain being hit by rounds and then breaking, so we are using 3-inch wide, half to 3/4 inch thick conveyor belt. I wanted a solid backstop so that the spotters could see impact and high enough up off the ground. So it is a challenge shooting up at these angles, but you're able to see where the rounds impact so you can adjust your shooter on the target.
interesting. Coming up next, Tessa Wyrick will be competing when the King of 2 Miles, presented by Bartline Barrels, returns.